How's it going, everybody? I am Donut. This is, as always, a Black Lives Matter, all cops are bastards, and trans rights supporting channel. If you're not supporting that shit, get the fuck off this channel. This is Barry, Season 3, Episode 6, 710N. I assume that's like the 710 North or something? Like, is that like what am I trying to say? What is the interstate? Is it like an interstate, or, I don't know. That's my only guess. I don't know what else that would mean. If not, the 710 North or something. I don't know if that's an actual road. I'm not like, I have no idea. So let's just get into this. If you want to get the full length, check it out on the page down below for $4 a month. If you want to get early access, there is none. So I don't know why I brought that up again. Sorry. Okay, let's talk about that that was the real crazy time shit show. Now also, we didn't get any like zoom in on a 710N or anything like that, so I have to just assume that's the 710 North, and that's just, you know, it was probably, you could see it in the background or something of one of the signs, but I did not in particular notice it or anything like that, but I'm sure it was. Okay. One, camera work during all that, incredible. The just like berryness of it all, incredible. The amount of just like, there's this crazy fucking shit going on, nobody really cares, nobody's paying attention, the criminals don't give a shit about any of the consequences. Oh my god, and again, these people are even better than like you just have a layer of like every character in Barry doesn't really care about the consequences that much. But then you also have people like this where we've already seen Taylor, and then we get them set up last episode, now we see them do it in this episode. Like, out of all the characters, these feel like the most fully like they are adrenaline junkies, they don't care. We've seen Taylor, he does not give any shits about consequences whatsoever, more than far any other characters. You know what I'm trying to say with that sentence, that was a weird way to say that, but... Barry's psychopathicness of just like continuing to try and go to this meeting of just like, again, oh, I haven't met these people in so many years, but they're all still gonna be my friend just as they were before, which they totally were not. And yeah, just his plan of, I guess, just going to the fucking the car sales place to just hide there for a second, let the guy, you know, start shooting up the place, and then he was just gonna sneak out. And then coincidentally, he also got shot and killed. Mother of God. And again, the end with fucking Chris's wife being the most competent person here who was able to do that. The framing of the phone in front of the car the entire time he's using it. Holy shit. The shooting up the place and like the lights are going out and like shit's just falling apart in the store itself, and like they just panned out shots, the people reacting to like freaking out, and the guy dies. I'm like, oh, thank God that he goes back up. Also, okay, so we do see the 710 South in this one shot that I'm on right now, so they were going the opposite direction of that. Or, no, they were going south. So, interesting, I don't know. But either way, then we get, oh, what was the guy's name? Mitch? Beignets with Mitch's Beignets? Like, I love this character. I love that he, like, you know, he seems so, like, you know, oh, you know, you're making out to be such a big deal when all you did was just like, you know, I don't know how to put it. Like, you imagine something like that, it would be like they're just talking out their ass. It's not really the case. But no, people love this. People are lining up for it. They love the food. They love him. He actually like knows everybody's problems and can give like an honest like talk about it. He remembers everybody. First time meeting them, he's already ready to give them really good advice. But Hank as well being like, you know, being told about the red flags and being like, you should work here with me. It's just like, oh, that seems like a red flag myself as well. But at the same time, I would love to see Hank do that. We have, again, Fuchs going around still, building up his army. It's like we get a different part of the army every episode. It's like he is like an anime villain, where he's just sending out one person at a time, when he should be going to all these people and saying, like, here's the address, you should try and do something on this day. I mean, that might be more, you know, suspicious, or like, you know, they might, it's not really, you know, he's not really worried about suspicion, but still, it's whatever. I can see why he's doing it the way he is, but it's also so anime villain. I'm just going to send one person at a time after them, and every time you defeat them, I'm going to send another person. Which is kind of what Fuchs' thing since the very beginning has always been. So that makes sense, at least. I understand that much. Barry's fucking talking out loud, trying to, like, dictate the fucking text is infuriating. I've seen so many people do that. And of course, it's the classic, like, the people who are talking out loud on their phones in public are the kind of people who don't give a shit about anybody else around them. So thus, the shit they're normally talking about out loud on the phone is embarrassing shit, or like, how do you not realize this makes you look like an awful person? Like, that scene encapsulated that feeling so perfectly of, again, the only people who would be rude enough to do this are people who are rude people, who then the things they're talking about are incredibly rude. It's like the cycle of just like, if you hear people talking on the phone in public, it's gonna be some fucked up shit. Or it's gonna at least be like, how are you comfortable saying this out loud around other people? It's awful. And again, Fuchs having a really good situation and then blowing it all because of Barry. He just cannot hold, like, it's like a jealousy almost. But it's not jealousy. It is this, like, I hate that you are having a good time. Even if that's not what's actually happening, that's kind of where Fuchs is coming at this from. Like, I hate that things are going well for you. How dare you not be in an awful place? Even when he's in a good place, and it's not like I wish you were as in an awful place as I am. It's just like, I wish you were in a worse place. I'm in a great place right now, but I want you to be in an awful place. And like, I understand why he would think that, but also, it's just like, come on, have some amount of restraint to just not fly off the handle. But of course, that's impossible for him. And then next episode, if Barry gets out of the situation, which he probably will, we then have Jim Moss, I think he said his name was. I just saw it and then I immediately forgot it. Jim Moss, yes. But okay, so that's going to be interesting. You know, the place where he was at is like a garage, like a shop sort of area. But I don't know why we're seeing that, like, he's only in this area right here just staring at all these tools. So maybe he'll, like, do torture or something? But, like, there's nothing to indicate, like, oh, he's, you know, like, got a ton of guns, or he's, like, this kind of guy or that kind of guy. Like, not even, like, the Ronnie situation where it's like, oh, he's, like, a black belt, or he's got, like, a ton of medals, really. But, yeah, nothing like that. So, but still, feels like something that's going to be, terrifying. Like, I don't know why he feels like it's going to be worse than most people, but I truly feel like that is going to be the case. He is going to be the nail in the coffin. Maybe not actually killing Barry, but we'll see. Again, I thought this was going to be the final season. Now I'm not so sure. I could see this going on for another 4th season as well, which I'd always be down for. I just kind of assumed this was going to be the final season, but now I don't really know. But at the same time, it also still could be the final season. We're bringing everything back, so still could be the final season. We also had Barry's roommates in the fucking sound studio. I assume doing the comedy album? What the fuck? Why was that the comedy album? Why did he need sound effects? Why was it clopping? Everything about that I have questions about. Every last thing. The dude Jesse Jackson. Oh my god. But yeah, I appreciate how Barry can, like, do shit that you're like, oh, this is gonna be a reoccurring thing throughout the whole show, and it never is. It never is. Like the Mitch thing. That feels like the kind of thing that would be a reoccurring bit that comes up throughout the whole show. But no, it's pretty sure it's just a thing for only this episode, and we'll probably never see him again. And that's just Barry. That's just the way this show is. We set up so much stuff like this could be a reoccurring gag, but it won't be. This is just a one-time thing. Also, Noho Hank's outfit this episode. Gorgeous. Loved it. It was so simple, but like, it's so normie-core, but I love it. He looks so good, and especially his fucking biceps with that tight, you know, shirt. Makes me rabid. But yeah, where is he going to go from this? Again, I don't think it's quite right to say that Christopher is straight. That is certainly not the case. More like he was probably hiding his identity from his wife, or is bisexual at least, or pansexual or something like that, but certainly not straight. No way in hell. But yeah, you know, where are we going to go with that? Hank is, you know, thinking about going back to Bolivia. Or not going back to Bolivia, but, you know, going there at all. Getting a lot of, like, people going all over the fucking place this season. Again, Gene trying to pay it forward. His manager, much bigger part than I thought he was going to be in this season. And yeah, like again, almost giving it like all. I mean, it probably is going to give the whole thing to that woman. Don't remember the name. A lot of names coming up this season. Apologize for my lack of remembering a lot of them. But yeah, I love that mirror shot. Looked absolutely fucking incredible. Like Barry's so good with his fucking cinematography. And yeah, it's the thing. The whole thing about the season is forgiveness. You gotta earn it. And so let's see how it's gonna happen. Cristobal as well, probably. Cristobal, how is he gonna earn that forgiveness? I'm curious about that. Is Fuchs gonna earn forgiveness somehow? Or is he just going to die? Like, what's the end of Fuchs here? Where do we go with him? Feels like his only end is just death. But, I don't know. Barry, where the fuck are we gonna end him? Because it seems like it's impossible. Barry's an unkillable god. Like, just by nature of... He's not really doing anything. He's not doing anything to make himself unkillable. It's just everybody else is the worst killer in the world. It's nobody can do this. The Barry universe is a universe in which nobody can kill another human being but Barry. And so, it's just, I don't know how it's going to happen. If it does, I mean, like, obviously it's not going to happen right now when he's being drugged, but that feels like the way it would happen. But also, how are we going to get out of that? How is that going to happen? Does the wife's kid know? Is he going to come home at some point and find out? We also had, what was his name? I think his name was Mugen, the guy with the scar on his face. But yeah, he went to go visit Chris's wife. Then Chris's wife got the card from Fuchs. So, what happened there? Like, I'm just, I don't know why we also had Mugen, I think that was his name, but I don't want to be saying it wrong. But he was going to, you know, why have her going to see her if, I guess it's just a reveal at the end of like, oh, it's not a normal, like, the whole thing we're worried about is he's probably also going to be there. And like, then he's going to find Barry. And like, the twist there is like, no, it was, you know, the card from Kenneth Goulet. But, yeah, like, makes me curious if we're gonna see when Fuchs went to her and that, because that's the only time we've seen where two of them are being happening at the same time. But yeah, Sally's whole thing, every executive meeting in this makes me want to fucking pull my hair out. It is the realest but most, like, you know, exaggerated shit ever. It's just infuriating. I mean, even just the scene of them on that fucking walkway as like the I don't know how to put it. Like, the campus shot with them on that walkway is infuriating just in the way the campus looks. Like, I know this is a me thing, this is probably not a normal thing, but I just look at a campus like that is just so architecturally weird, like minimalist in a way where nothing looks interesting. It all just kind of looks like it is there. It is physically there, but there's no like purpose for it, and it doesn't look good. It's just like, it looks so, I don't know, it bothers me. I don't know, it gives me this feeling of uncomfortability and like not belonging and like fakeness and everything. But so many of the shots in Barry give me that feel of just like, when you look at this as a whole and the character's so small in it looks so unnatural. And a lot of areas like that, just even like the freeway looks unnatural. Like, just like, why do we have this thing? Why do it's just so mega scale. I don't know, not huge in scale, but when you make the character very small on that thing, it feels a little bit like that. Don't know how to put it. I mean, even the used car shop is so like, I don't know how to put it. It gives this vibe, like these static shots of just like, this is a place that exists, and its purpose is so mundane and ordinary, but also so innocuous that like, this happening here feels absurdist, even though it is just like, well, of course something like this could happen here. But it also feels absurdist in this like, yeah, this is a place that exists and isn't just like in a video game where you can't affect it. I don't know how to put it. It's such a weird feeling that no other show has given me, of just like, these things shouldn't be interacted with, and yet they are being interacted with. It's so interesting. Like, I don't belong here as an audience. These characters don't belong here. And the campus of Banshee is definitely like the one that hit me the strongest on that. Anything else this episode? I mean, Fuchs just getting shot was so fucking like, okay, holy shit. They're just like, fuck this guy. And yeah, I don't know. That's it. I'll see you guys for the next episode. Until then, get the fuck out of here. Also, I mean, you know, so many people saw this all happening. Could have got down a license plate. Could have got. I mean, it wasn't his license plate. The original car was. Barry just abandoned his own car, so that could creep back up on him. But also, everybody is so incompetent in the series. The only person who's going to is Scarface Man. So, see you guys for the next one. Until then, get the fuck out of here.